worked as a detective, had done work with the FBI. And it was in that video that I heard the adhan, the call to prayer, for the first time in my life. I realized this is what I've been looking for my whole life. So I thought, okay, let me take this Muslim practice, this salah thing, and be a better Christian. One of the key things too was growing up in the church, and specifically in high school, seeing that the worship service had a particular form, and then when we got a new head pastor, an interim head pastor who was just going to be there for a year, things started changing. The way we worship started changing. The whole order of service, he would change things. And that got me asking, how is it that the way that we're worshiping God is so easily affected by one man making a few decisions that other people disagree with? I had a family friend who worked as a detective, had done work with the FBI, so I had a series of conversations with him and asked him at one point, okay, so I want to be an FBI agent. What should I study? Should I study criminology, psychology, something like that? And he said no, he said study Arabic and Persian. He said they need Arabic and Persian speakers right now. I remember one day in that class, we watched a particular documentary called Islam, Empire of Faith. And it was in that video that I heard the adhan, the call to prayer, for the first time in my life. And I heard it in that classroom several times through the course of this documentary. And I remember walking through the snowy landscape of New Hampshire and feeling for days, perhaps weeks after that, that everything around me was almost echoing the adhan. Oh, this bit makes sense, or this practice is something the like of which I've been looking for my whole life. So let me do this to become a better Christian. And so when I first went to the Muslim Student Association room on campus at Dartmouth College and picked up a little booklet on Salah, which gave the whole details of how to make Salah, all the conditions for it, all the things you say in it. I read through that and I realized this is what I've been looking for my whole life. So I thought, okay, let me take this Muslim practice, this Salah thing, and be a better Christian. On spring break, on what we call a missions trip to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina. And we're trying to help out people devastated by the hurricane there. And in the in-between times, I go up to the leaders of the program and I say, do you know where East is? I would want to find the Qibla, and I'd make Salah, and I could tell they were giving me sideways glances of, what's this guy doing? As a Christian, yeah, it was about 2 months before I came to Islam. So after 2 months of taking in parts of Islam, that, oh, this practice here and that belief there, let that inform my belief and practice, my life as a Christian. After about 2 months of that, I found myself in the Muslim Student Association room for Jummah prayer for the second time. And I sat through that service, which was a completely different experience from going to church growing up. It just felt like everything I needed in a worship service. The address spoke directly to me, was completely relevant. I felt it connected me to my Creator, and then that form of all of us lining up and bowing down and prostrating, it was unlike anything I'd experienced before. And so I'm sitting after that service in the small prayer room on campus, and I thought, okay, so I've been taking on all these elements of Islam. This is my investment in Christianity right here. And this is what I've grown up with and what I valued in Christianity. And over the last few months, I've taken on this part of Islam, and this part of Islam, and this part of Islam. And I was sitting there looking and thinking, I can see I have more invested in Islam than I do in Christianity. So I guess that makes me a Muslim. So I'm sitting there and I think, I guess I'm a Muslim. So it's then that I go up to the Imam and I say, I want to become Muslim. I want to take my Shahada.